Hello everybody. Today is all about the frame. I'm going to be dropping a lot of information on you guys and letting you know the exact process that's going to happen for getting the frame in the best possible condition that it can be in and making sure that it's ready not only for all the stuff that's going to be on top of it and all the water that's going to be thrown up from under it, but to make sure that it's ready for all the travels ahead. Hello everybody, thank you guys for tuning in for another amazing episode. My name is Zach and welcome to Season 1, Episode 4 of Zach's Airstream Adventure. On today's episode we're going to go ahead and take a very in-depth look at the frame. Now the frame is in pretty good condition for the most part. We're going to need to update and reinforce a few of the outriggers and a few of the interior supports. But once that is done and completed, we're going to be looking good. Our efforts to begin this process are going to be directed towards the two C channels that run the length of the Airstream. So these are, without a doubt, the most important part of the structure, as they hold the majority of the weight and are directly connected to the axles themselves. So with this in mind, that is going to be the first thing that we're going to target. And after that, all the interior supports and the outriggers, many of which are going to be replaced, will be secondary. As many of you have likely seen in previous episodes, the outriggers and interior supports of the frame are not in the greatest condition. Although they would likely suffice for travel, I want to make sure that we're doing this project the best way possible so that the Airstream can last as long as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a few of the outriggers that are going to need to be replaced, as I have shown you in previous episodes, but just to give you another detailed analysis of exactly what they look like. So one of the most problematic areas is this one right here. You can see my hand through, and you can see really how fragile this specific area is. And the outriggers, the purpose of the outriggers is to hold up the entire shell. So all that weight, although it is distributed somewhat onto the main C channels, the majority of the weight is on those outriggers. So my task, or one of the tasks that I will be doing, is I'll be cutting new outriggers, cutting off the old ones, and welding on new ones. So again, the outriggers do not need to be removed of rust, considering the entire metal will be removed. And same goes for the interior supports that you see between the two C channels. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll be back with some more info after the work is done. Hey, didn't see you there. Tappy tappy, y'all. Hit that subscribe button. Thanks. Checking out was these pieces right here under the C channel. Now it's only in this specific area right here, but if you guys remember, the water tank used to be right here, so that's what these were for. It was just additional support considering water weighs roughly 8 pounds per gallon. These do not need to be here anymore, and I will be cutting those off. C channels have been completed for the most part. Most of the rust and debris has been taken off of the C channels, so those are looking pretty good. Moving forward, I'd like to just give you guys a quick rundown of the process that is going to continue in the near future. So on the next episode and the next step of this process is to lift the shell of the Airstream off of the frame. So that's going to be done by using pull jacks that will be directly connected to a skeleton or a frame inside of this shell. So the frame will be constructed of lumber, of some probably 2x4 wood. That process itself will be rather complicated, and I will definitely be making sure to take my time. So basically what's going to happen is there will be 3 trusses, one in the middle, one in the rear, and one in the front of the Airstream. Not only will those trusses be connected with each other, but they'll be connected with an assembly on the bottom of the Airstream. And the purpose of this skeleton, if you will, is to just make sure that the shell of the Airstream keeps its form during the lift. So the process is going to look like this. I'm going to lift the Airstream approximately 8 inches to a foot. Once it's high enough, I'll have cinder block structures on the front, middle, and rear, okay, one on each side, so there'll be 6 posts on the outside. And once it's high enough, I'll slide probably 2 4x4s at each location, one in the front, middle, and rear. And once those are in place, I'll slowly lower the shell back down until the shell rests on those 4x4s. So that is what the process is going to look like. If you guys have any questions about that, feel free to post them in the comments. All right, everybody, that wraps it up for us today for Season 1, Episode 4 of Zach's Airstream Adventure. It was a short one, but it was an important one as well. This is a extremely key part of the process, and this shell lift is going to be very, very important. If you guys are enjoying what you've been watching, please like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. Tappy tappy. Thanks, guys. I'll see you on the next one.